gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this pleasant and solemn function organized this evening to commemorate a milestone that has been reached in the annals of free and independent India. We are celebrating the completion of 70 years of the Indian Republic and 70 years of the functioning of the Constitution of India, which defines the relationship inter se between the state, the subjects, and the government. The Sri Shanmukhananda Fine Arts and Sangeetha Sabha is a place of happening. It's a monument of cultural synthesis. A singular object in its multifaceted dimension and secular nature epitomizes the city it stands tall and proud in, and in a larger sense, the nation. Shanmukhananda is a living history. It is the melting point of several diverse, varied cultures of this blessed land of ours. The year 2017 was a watershed in the history of this institution. For the first time, a civil society which furthers the cause of fine arts in the country and community healthcare within the city forged a meaningful relationship with the Indian Army through the GOC, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Goa to celebrate the two national days, the Independence Day and the Republic Day, in honor of and for the welfare of the men in uniform. While the Independence Day is devoted to the fallen soldier, the martyrs, the shaheeds, the Republic Day is in celebration of the wounded warrior. It all began on the 15th of August 2017 when Lieutenant General Vishwambar Singh, the General Officer commanding of this command area, came for the first time to this Sabha, inaugurated the exhibition on My India, 70 years young, 5,000 years old, and honored and felicitated 6 families of men who had sacrificed their life for the cause of the nation in the year that had gone by. He again came back on the 26th of January 2018 and honored 17 men from the paraplegic unit of the Indian Army, and we also gave a contribution of rupees 10 lakhs to the paraplegic unit to enhance the mobility of these men. On the 15th of August 2019, Brigadier Asija came along with his better half and honored the families of 7 men who had given their life in supreme sacrifice for the nation the year that had rolled by. On the 26th of January 2019, coinciding with the valedictory of the centenary celebrations of Dr. V. Subramanian, the President Emeritus of this Sabha, Lieutenant General S.K. Prashar came and honored 11 men from the Artificial Limb Center of Pune, and also we gave a contribution of 10 lakhs to the Artificial Limb Center to enhance the mobility of these disabled men. This journey of celebrating the life and times of the men in uniform continues. When India awoke to life and freedom at the stroke of the midnight hour on the 14th of August 1947, the vision of the founding fathers of this nation shifted focus from the celebratory spirit of independence of the nation as to how to govern this large, diversified, nascent, just born state, how to ensure that the gains of independence reaches out to every Indian. They therefore decided to clothe this nation with a constitution which will define the relationship, the role responsibilities between the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature. The constitution was drafted by the Constituent Assembly and, as Gayatri said, came into being, adopted after debate, discussions, and conclusions on the 26th of November 1949. It took 2 years, 11 months, and 18 days for the Constituent Assembly to dissect each of the provisions of the Constitution. It comprises of 445 articles. It is divided into 22 parts. It has 12 schedules and 5 annexures. As Gayatri correctly said, this was handwritten and then cased in gold and put into helium chambers so that it will be preserved for 1,000 years and is for exhibition of the ordinary Indian in the library of the Indian Parliament. Even though the Constituent Assembly adopted the Constitution on the 26th of November 1949, much later after Bapu had departed from this universe, his life journey was terminated by the evil forces that had descended onto this country at that point of time. The country became a republic as a product of the Constitution on the 26th of January 1950. It was exactly 894 days after India had become a dominion following the withdrawal of the British rule from India that the Constitution was given effect to and the country became a republic. On the 26th of January 1950, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first President of India, unfurled the national flag to 21-gun salute. Addressing the nation, Rajendra Babu said, on this joyous occasion, we should strive sincerely and hard to realize the dreams of the father of the nation and the captains of the freedom struggle and the soldiers of this blessed land to create a classless, cooperative, free and happy society. It is 70 years since the Republic has been in vogue in this nation. We have traveled quite a distance. We have had significant developments in various branches of human endeavor. And we have ensured that the benefits of growth and development have also come across to several sections of the society. But we still have a long, long way to go. Unless the benefit of growth and development percolates down to the lowest strata of the society, the poorest of poor in this country, and all those people below the poverty line are lifted to a minimum comfort of roti, kapda and makan, any celebration will have no relevance. But over these 70 years, we have traveled quite a distance, as I said, and I am sure in the 27 years that is left over, from now onwards, since India celebrates the centenary of its independence in the year 2047, this nation will become the most dominant nation in this planet Earth and the most powerful economic engine and powerhouse that the world can ever dream of. What better way to celebrate the Republic Day than to be in the company of men who defend our independence, who protect the sovereignty of our republic, who give their today for our tomorrow. They go to the battlefields to face the enemy one to one. They vanquish them and come back triumphant back to the motherland to tell us their stories of heroism and bravery that they encountered and gave on the battlefields. There is the perils of war which also affects them. Some of them come back with varying degrees of disability, wounds, and permanent disability in most of them. But there is so much of josh and energy in them that they would like to go back to the battlefield again, to the line of control to face the enemy again and repeat vanquishing the enemy. But then they are no longer fit in the high standards of the Indian Army. Much as they would like to be responsible as part of the defense forces for this country, it is the responsibility of the civil society to enthuse them, to motivate them, and to ensure that they are skilled adequately so that in the remainder years of their life journey, they still contribute to the development of this nation. There is this in their ability, and there is no such thing as less ability in their ability. The two stars that they wear on their shoulders is far more brighter and illuminating than the countless number of stars in the Milky Way that adorn the night every day all through our lifetime. A wounded warrior is far more better than a healthy coward. Michelle Obama once said, when she came to meet the wounded warriors of the United States of America, they told me that they will walk. And the next moment somebody said that we should run. And a chorus came that we shall sprint. And then the larger section shouted that we shall run a marathon. This is the indomitable spirit of these men in uniform. In the recently concluded Tata Mumbai Marathon, 16 such decorated men of the Indian Army, both officers and the Jawans, participated in the marathon. सैनिक कितने भी सेवानिवृत्त होने के बाद वयोवृद्ध हो जाए, बुढ़ा हो जाए, फिर भी हम उसे जवानी कहलाते हैं. ये जवानी की जोशी जो उन पर है, उसमें हमें नाज है, हमें गर्व है. We are celebrating this josh in them And we believe that in celebrating their Josh, we'll get a little of the Josh for ourselves. And that is the purpose why we have the National Day celebrated in their company. These are the men who have decorated the nation. In the parlance of the army, the language which the GOC will always say, they always used to say that it is the duty of God to punish the terrorist, but it is our duty to send this man to meet God. There are no runners-up in any war. Either you are a victor or vanquished. Dead or alive, you will return to the motherland. The only company that a man in uniform will have is not his family, not his colleagues, but the tricolor, the national flag. Either he is draped in the national flag, put into a coffin and brought back, or you'll hold the national flag atop and come to tell us those stories of courage and indomitable bravery in very adverse conditions that they had faced for the sake of the nation and for our sake. These are the real heroes of the nation. In honoring them, we are honoring ourselves. Lieutenant General S.K. Prashar is fairly known to us. This is not the first time that the Lieutenant General is coming to us. This is the third occasion that he is with us. Ever since he has taken over the GOC, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Goa, he has taken an active interest in supporting this institution of ours to celebrate these national days with a purpose, with the celebration of the men in uniform as our focus, and also for the welfare of these men. We are beholden to you, sir, for your generous presence and support to our institution. We are also grateful to Srimati Mamta Prashar for coming here and cheering up these men as they are being felicitated and honored by the Lieutenant General. Dr. R. Chidambaram is part of this institution. Padma Vibhushan Dr. Chidambaram is one of the most outstanding scientists of the 20th century. A physicist of a class and a rank, very few are left over in the world, as contemporary as he is. He is world's authority on crystallography. And to these men in uniform, let me tell you, he is the architect of Pokhran. If you had got the Pokhran explosion so successfully done, it is not the political masters who come at the last minute and capture all the glory for themselves. It is scientists like him who have toiled day and night to give you this day. Sir, we thank you for your presence today as you cheer all these men who are being honored today. As I come to the end of my address this evening, may the good Lord shed His grace on all of us. May He enable us to draw a leaf from the life of nobility of all these men. May He bless us to take into our lives a little of the sacrifice and the selflessness and the Deshabhakti that is incorporated into their lives. May it invigorate us. May us place service before self. Let us keep our rights aside and look up to our duties and responsibilities to take the nation forward. And as we pledge ourselves to the cause of the nation, I am sure there would not be anyone below the poverty line. There would not be anyone in the armed forces who would not be recognized by the civil society. And that would be the true republic the founding fathers of this country and Mahatma Gandhi, whose sesquicentennial we are celebrating today, would have dreamt of. And that would be the greatest Shraddhanjali we can ever pay to Bapu and countless number of soldiers who have worked for this country. Thank you.